Today I'd like to talk about personalized homework and share some strategies with you, particularly how to make it optional for your students. The idea behind personalized homework is that students can take a pre-quiz, and any objectives that they master in that pre-quiz, they will not have to complete in their homework. In the image here, you can see that the green check marks represent content that they mastered from the pre-quiz, and they only have 5 questions left to complete in their homework. One of the challenges I find as an instructor is that personalized homework creates a mandatory pre-quiz that requires students to take it before they can begin their personalized homework. I would prefer the students have the option to take the pre-quiz and test out of some of their homework, or just get started in the homework right away. The general recommendation is that if students want to just work on their homework, they take the quiz, submit a 0, and then they can begin working on the homework. However, I'm not thrilled with the idea of my students repeatedly submitting 0s for quizzes and having that negative mindset of those scores, even if they aren't counting towards their grade. So I have set up my personalized homework where you can create an alternate prerequisite. For example, this orientation homework that I have all students do at the beginning of the term and require them to get a 100% before they can continue on to other assignments. If you go into the assignment manager, under the Manage dropdown or More Tools in the classic view, you will see the option for Set Prerequisites. Your prerequisites are probably set for basic settings. You can switch them to advanced settings. And now you have the option of creating multiple prerequisites. You'll notice this is grayed out. Whenever a prerequisite is shown as grayed out, that is because it is linked to a personalized homework. You can now check this box for multiple prerequisites. And now you can create an AND prerequisite or add an alternate prerequisite. And now as an alternate prerequisite, we can set orientation homework. And I'll set that at 100% for my OR. Update prerequisites. And now as I return to the assignments tag, you will notice that that prerequisite flag is no longer present for the personalized homework because I have a 100% on the orientation homework and the prerequisite has been satisfied. Since we are sort of working around the system a bit, there's a couple of caveats I need to make you aware of. Particularly, once the students open the homework, the pre-quiz will no longer have any effect on it. So it's very important that your students understand that if they want to test out of some of their homework, they must do the pre-quiz before they access the homework itself. Once the homework is touched, pre-quiz no longer has any impact on it. Also, only the first attempt of a pre-quiz applies to a personalized homework, so I always recommend that you set your pre-quiz attempts to 1. We don't want students spending extra time taking that pre-quiz thinking something will happen when it won't. And lastly, while we're discussing personalized homework, let me show you 2 more things. First off, how do you set up the personalized homework to begin with? When editing your personalized homework, next to personalizations, you're going to select options and then check the personalized homework box and select the quiz you would like to personalize it to. If you'll remember in the prerequisite list, the prerequisite for this homework was grayed out because that prerequisite was set here under personalization. If you're like me, you also like to include media in your homeworks, and you may find when personalizing homework that the media button is not available. Again, there's a way to make this work. If you go back to the first step and uncheck personalization, you'll find that your media tab is available again. Return to step 1 and personalize again. You now know how to make the pre-quiz for personalized homework optional for students, as well as how to include media from the section and still have it be personalized.